Come on, let's bring it
Are you
together.
fucking serious?
I am ready to
Are
roll.
you really playing Torment?
Right guys, my name's Matt and I'm here to talk to you about Season 3. Blizzard admitted that they didn't think the SR distribution from Season 2 was accurate, and it was leaving a much denser population of players in Gold and Platinum than originally intended. Okay, that's fine, it's important that the lower ranks are fully utilised to make it possible for better players to climb. So we move to Season 3. Blizzard having made it clear that your Season 2 rank doesn't just disappear, it's taken into account for your placements in Season 3. That seems fair. I didn't play 300 games last season to have them mean nothing at all. So what does them taking your Season 2 rank into account mean? Well, we don't know for sure, and it seems to vary for different people, but I finished Season 2 at 4037. In my placements, I played with a low master friend and a plat friend. We won 2 games, lost 7 and drew 1. That left me on 3780 after placements. It wasn't a positive experience, but I knew I'd be able to climb back to Grandmaster from there. If you look at an average SR loss per game, and how many you'd lose from a streak of bad games like that, you'd say about 200 SR. 3780 from 4037 isn't much more than 200, so it makes sense to me. The problem is though, that it seems that people who did have pretty successful placement games got hiked way too high. They ended up, say for example, finishing Season 2 in mid-diamond, and just over 10 games into Season 3, they're now in upper master. Now 10 wins in a row during normal competitive season will probably net you a good 300 points or so, but it seems to be even more than that. Besides, you can play your placement games with absolutely anyone, so it really throws some more factors in play when determining how important placements are. Now I'm not trying to badmouth anyone here. If this has happened to you, then well done for having some good placement games, and I hope you're doing well in your new rank. But many people will be unlikely to admit that this is a bad change to the matchmaking system, because for them, they've finally been given the rank that they've deserved all along. But I fail to see how it's a good thing. I understand that they need to make full use of the rank distribution at lower ends, but a well-designed game should have the upper ranks fizzle down to Grandmaster holding the top 1% of players, or similar. I know Master Overwatch isn't necessarily the best source of information as it relies on people actually searching for themselves, but it's enough to show a general trend. Diamond, Master and Grandmaster have now become a lot more populated. It seems to peak at its entry to those ranks as well. This is probably more to do with the amount of people searching for themselves when they reach that rank, but it may also be partly to do with the amount of people that see that as their milestone to stop for now, as it's what they'll be most likely to achieve by the end of the season. While it's only speculation, the graph overall is showing more people being distributed towards Grandmaster and Master than the previous season. Again, I understand that Master Overwatch isn't the best source for any large-scale representation of the competitive skill rating, but it does support what I've seen from the games that I've played. It's becoming really evident from these games that Upper Master has now become the new Diamond. Many of the players finished Season 2 as Low Diamond and are currently sitting very close to Grandmaster, but people aren't communicating. Sometimes you'll go a whole game without a person saying a single word. That's definitely something that belongs in the lower ranks. Also, people picking heroes that don't go well against the enemy comp, picking things that don't fit the current meta, to only get beaten by a team who are following it. For example, playing Genji on defense against a Winston dive comp. Generally you're seeing a lot of players who haven't even heard of a dive composition before, or understand that due to the hero changes in Season 3, playing a 3-tank comp is a new norm. I accept that you can play your hero well without following any of the above, but that's not what it takes to be good at the game, let alone reach the upper ranks. You absolutely cannot try and turn the bell curve into a small hill. It really ruins the satisfaction of the game when you manage to reach Grandmaster and you see all of the same mistakes and bad plays that you've seen from Diamond up. Let's take CSGO for example. Global Elite is the top 1% of players. Most players in that bracket have good aim and usually know how to play properly. Reaching that rank shows you're ready to move to real competitive play and have a good understanding of the game, but maybe you don't want to do that and you just want to play with others who have a similar mindset. Well, in Overwatch that's not the case, is it? Because you're going to be stuck with plenty of bad players all the way to the top, which in Grandmaster now consists of 1,000 skill rating. I'm all for Blizzard trying to utilise the ranking system effectively, but when you start inflating people's skill ratings so that they sit in brackets that generally consisted of players that had an understanding of how to play the game at that level, it creates a very unfortunate ranking experience for a lot of people and downplays the significance of reaching those ranks. Maybe it's too early to assume that this is the way it's going to stay. Perhaps people who don't belong will be reduced soon enough, but when those people start to become a majority, it becomes a problem. But take the game you're seeing in the background as an example. This game is a 3880 skill rating game. Our comp consisted of Reinhardt, D.Va, Ana, Lucio, Torb, and Symmetra. Now with the game's current state, Torb and Symmetra still don't really fit in. Symmetra, who is currently being reworked because even Blizzard admitted she's a bit shit, only benefits the team with her teleporter, and if being killed properly, she'll struggle to build it. And Torb, even with his recent changes, he's far too easily countered. The funny thing is, we won this game because the enemy team didn't bother to switch appropriately. It was a stupid game and I was just lucky to be on the side with the players that were not being countered. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on the subject, so please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and remember to subscribe if you're interested in my coming videos. Cheers guys.